Yo, welcome back to another episode of hdsportspod podcast. My name is Dwayne. I am here with my guys Chubbs and Smooth. Joey will not be here this episode. In this episode, we'll be discussing the NFL awards. Who got snubbed, who deserved, who didn't deserve. We'll also be getting into the NBA All-Star. The reserves are here, talking about NBA All-Star reserves, as well as discussing NBA All-Star, NBA trade deadline, and much more, man. Fellas, how are we doing today?
Good. Happy it's Friday, man.
Happy
Happy it's
Friday.
Friday. Super Bowl weekend.
Big weekend for this podcast, man. Next year we're gonna have to either pop out to the Super Bowl or Pro Bowl weekend. One of the two. Probably Pro Bowl weekend just because I think it's gonna be in Orlando again. And I live here, so you guys don't have to pay for a room and lodge. So see, you can just stay in the guest room, stay in the office. Might do an in-person episode, but definitely we gotta get to one of these events next year. I wish it was like in the middle of the season because it's like more fun because everybody could participate. That's one thing I like about NBA All Star. Maybe we get an All Star weekend next year. Get some media credentials.
Yeah. Something. Or camp. We're supposed to go to camp this year, but
We're definitely going to camp next year. Don't even worry about it. Everybody's going to at least one camp. Charles, how you doing today, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
All right, fellas. Let's not even play around. Let's get off to the nitty gritty. NFL honors awards last night, and a lot of conversations been happening on Twitter amongst the fan bases about the awards and everything. So let's get to it. MVP Lamar Jackson, Offensive Player of the Year Christian McCaffrey, DPOY Myles Garrett, Offensive Rookie of the Year CJ Stroud, Defensive Rookie of the Year Will Anderson Jr., Comeback Player of the Year Joe Flacco, Coach of the Year is Kevin Stefanski, Assistant Coach of the Year is Jim Schwartz, and Walter Payton Award Cameron Hayward. Also want to get into the Hall of Famers, which was Julius Peppers,
You
Andre
missed an
Johnson.
award.
Did I miss one?
The Deacon Jones Award for most sacks in the NFL
That's
went to
not a
TJ
real.
Watt.
That's not a real award.
They said it during the NFL awards,
That's
though.
not
That's
a
all I'm
real
saying.
award, man.
As I
Julius
said.
Peppers. We're gonna just stay with the awards. We're gonna talk about the Hall of Famers next. DL, you're echoing.
Walter Payton too. You forgot that one.
I said Warren Payton. Cam Hayward.
Oh, okay.
what
All
did you say,
man.
Ryan?
Yeah, you're good now. Tell me who are your Has everybody who won the award deserve it?
I would say maybe two don't. I don't think.
Talk to me. Who didn't deserve it?
And I don't think Stefanski deserved it. And I don't think, as much as I was trolling, I don't think Garrett deserved it. At least it should have been closer than what I looked at the votes. And I don't think Schwartz deserved it because what? Let me be real. When did anybody ever say anything about Schwartz all year? Like he didn't get up for any coaching. Like I didn't think he deserved it. I think other guys on that list were more deserving. I think D'Amico Ryan should have been Coach of the Year, just of what he did this year with a young team that people weren't really expecting them to be what they were, but they were there. And Myles Garrett, yes, I mean I see what they're saying. He got double team, but you got a guy that leads the league in sacks. You got Michael Parsons that does multiple things that is better than Myles Garrett. And you got Max Crosby, who had a breakout year, who should have got more votes than he got, in my opinion.
Cooking, Chess. You're cooking right now. Keep going.
So I don't think Myles Garrett deserved it that much. I mean, I see what they did with that, but I don't believe
Shout out
it.
PFF.
Other rewards, I know people got on Lamar. I know apparently the one person that voted was a Bills person. So like I know they got on him for that on like ESPN today. They're like, you can't be biased in this thing. You gotta really. You heard what they said. You can't be biased. Even Dan Orlovsky said that. But all the other ones, I don't have a problem with. I like that Texans kind of had like a little sweep going on with the rookies. I thought D'Amico Ryan was going to make it a trifecta, but that Steven Stefanski, whatever he said, that shit threw me off. or Kevin Stefanski. I know his name, but he said Steven on TV. But nah, overall, most of them deserved it. Christian McCaffrey deserved it. I guess in a way, Wayne. I saw you tweet something. I believe CJ Stroud deserved it, but in a way, they need to give these guys that aren't quarterbacks a little bit more like credit and a bit more like leeway, because Puka had 1,400 yards as a rookie and broke a record. Like he broke a record. I'm not saying CJ didn't play great. He threw for 4,000 yards, but like it should have been like not like an easy CJ is going to win it, because a lot of these awards that are offensive, besides offensive player of the year, are QB driven awards. Tip more than likely than not. Like the offensive player of the year is for basically a non QB. That's what it's been the last 5 seasons.
Nah, Jalen Hurts won it last year.
Did he? Oh wow, never mind. I thought Justin Jefferson won it last year for some reason.
But 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
But yeah, I don't know. Those are my discrepancies. I was trolling on Twitter today with the TJ Watt Miles Garrett. He has a right to be upset. The dude really is like a game wrecker,
Right,
and
TJ did win it last year. Correction.
A game wrecker, in my opinion, and he does more than Miles Garrett in a way. I know Miles Garrett gets double teamed, but shit, Miles Garrett I've seen get double teamed and not do shit all game. So I don't know. Those are mine. I guess I got 3.
Smooth. Give me your grievance.
My grievance is with the coaching one. Stefanski. I think either and I know it's obviously they say it's a regular season award, all of these awards, but I look at some of them and I know that they gave it to them based off of some things they did in the playoffs, some things they did in the regular season. But I think either Dan Campbell or D'Amico Ryan should have been up for Coach of the Year. Just basically for Dan Campbell, what he's done in the past 2 years, getting to an NFC championship, I think that's pretty impressive. The progression he's had with this team. And as far as D'Amico Ryan's, he definitely had a good season as well. No one really expected Texans to have that run, which takes me to my next point about CJ Stroud. Puka definitely had. I think he had it in the bag through 3/4 of the season. I think again, what happened in the playoffs kind of dictated towards CJ Stroud. Again, they say it doesn't, but
it doesn't. It doesn't. They put their
that's why these awards.
They put their votes in before that. Smooth.
My thing is though, if it didn't, why don't those awards come out a little bit sooner? Like what I'm saying.
They already cast their ballots in those. It's a whole weekend, but they put their ballots in the last week of the regular.
People already know who's going to win it way advance.
Yeah, last week, like Dan Orlovsky, like week 17 or week 18, he sent his thing in. They got to send their ballots in before any regular season playoffs are played.
Booker, he made a case early on in the season. CJ Stroud had a pretty dominant last few games. Again with the Texans, I think that's pretty impressive. That's probably why they gave him the edge. And again, he's a quarterback, but like you said, it would have been a little bit more impressive to see, or for them to give it to a receiver because he was balling this year.
I just believe that like if any rookie breaks a rookie record, they should just automatically get that
But you got to also
look at
in my opinion, looked at it too because Stafford did the same thing with Cup. You know what I mean? And against CJ
Stroud. What DL? Hashtag force feed.
I mean,
but that wasn't rookie season. That was vet to vet.
Matt Stafford, bro, Matt Stafford.
But they gave to Andrew Luck when he broke a rookie record. But that's a quarterback.
He took a bottom 5 team to win their division.
I'm just saying, nobody expected this from Puka.
And no one expected Texans to win their division.
I get it, but I expected more from CJ.
Puka was never in MVP talks. CJ Stroud at one point was in MVP talks.
I get it.
Receivers in MVP talks. I mean, they ain't gonna do that. The Myles Garrett thing. I mean, I don't. Who won it last year? TJ, right?
No.
Nick
Bosa. I looked it up. It was Nick Bosa, TJ, and then Aaron.
Yeah, TJ didn't play. Remember, TJ got hurt and missed
he got hurt,
last year.
I don't know. Maybe I think it was kind of the Embiid Joker thing.
With Myles Garrett here.
Yeah, Miles Garrett in this situation. Not saying Miles Garrett had a bad season, but I'm not upset that he won, but I definitely think there are a player or two who kind of outplayed him.
The only thing being a guy
But
that
I think
watched
they gave it
AFC
to him because of
North,
the like, and
like,
what the Browns did this season too. I think that played a factor, in it as well. So
but
being the best player on that
Wayne
in the
can agree with
playoffs.
this though, Theo. Like, there's been moments in the game where Garrett's just quiet.
He didn't have a sack the last 8 weeks of the season.
He's just quiet. Like, yeah, he puts pressures, but like, so TJ Watt does that a lot, and TJ
Y'all
also gets
tell me if y'all
sacks.
remember Miles Garrett in the playoff game.
I don't. He was quiet, and he was crazy. They said that that tandem was gonna break records. And they got like
I'm
half
saying
of
the
what
last
the
7 weeks of the season, DL he didn't get a sack. They like, oh, he get double team more. That's because
Yeah,
they put him in those positions to get double team more.
that
They
defense
they
also
tell me
is
what,
pretty
that's why
good.
I disagree with Chubbs on the Jim Schwartz thing because of the defense. How that defense
Yeah.
improved from last year to this year. Last year that defense was not as good as it was until Jim Schwartz came there
but
this year
so
and made
Wayne,
them a top 5 defense.
to that caveat, you'd put Jim Schwartz above Mike McDonald or Spagnola,
I actually think Ben Johnson should have. Not is it
or
Ben Johnson?
even Ben Johnson. Like,
That's the Lions coordinator, right? That's his name.
right? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying, but
that's
those
the
are
person
guys
I
that should
think
have
should have
been.
won it. I would put Jim Schwartz over Mike McDonald for the simple fact that your defense was good last year. Obviously, they turned elite this year, but that Cleveland defense was actually bad last year, and he turned them to top 5 this year.
But they also had one of the best defenses on paper before the season started, though. For them, they picked up
True,
Darius Smith
they did, but at the same time,
and other people. But
yeah, they picked. But at the same time, he improved that defense significantly with his play calling until the playoffs. Uh, but yeah. So that's why I get like why Jim Schwartz won it. Um, any other grievances, Smoot?
Um, no, Christian McCaffrey ball defense was Will Anderson.
I feel like
Nah,
Witherspoon could have won that, but I'm not mad at Anderson winning it. Witherspoon or
I
Jalen
just
Carter.
think like with the Browns and the Texans, that's why I'm kind of surprised they didn't give that D'Amico Ryans award to. I mean that coach of the year to
And I
D'Amico
get
Ryans.
why they give Kevin Stefanski because he lost 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, but it could have went either way. But I like the rest of those. But just given what those teams did with what versus what we expected, I think they kind of exceeded expectations. So credit to that. So
yeah, y'all
Um,
know Will Anderson's such a dog that he ended the year still playing on a high ankle sprain, like the rest of the season. Like, he was playing on a high ankle sprain,
yeah,
Max Crosby got surgery after the
getting crazy pressure on a high ankle sprain. It's crazy. He gonna be a dog for the rest, like, his whole career.
yeah. Uh, y'all know my biggest grievance with this shit. Huh?
I don't agree, but go ahead.
My biggest grievance with this shit is that the comeback player of the year award. I don't think Joe Flacco was deserving of it. If you weren't going to give it to Damar Hamlin, then by definition, it should have been Baker Mayfield. If you weren't giving it to Damar, it should have went to Baker Mayfield for what he did this season. What he did was way more impressive than anything that Joe Flacco did. I'm sorry. Joe Flacco still was. Joe Flacco did exactly what he was doing in the playoffs. Is what he did in the regular season. He threw hella picks. I kept telling, oh yeah, they're like Joe Flacco this, Joe Flacco. I'm like, no, he's throwing picks. He just has a great defense, so he throws picks. Then teams are just not capitalizing off of it. Um, I don't know what's a bigger comeback than dying on a football field and coming back to actually play football. He died on the football field and was back playing football in less than a year. You know how mentally strong you have to be to go back on the football field? To go back and want to make a tackle because last time you made a tackle, you died? You know how crazy that is? It's crazy. And for him not to win comeback player of the year is absolutely a sham. And I feel like the reason why he didn't win it is because everybody kept complaining all year, oh, he's going to get it. Oh, he's going to get it. Oh, he's going to get it. And then they gave it to the wrong guy. If they would have gave it to Baker, I would not be as upset as I am right now. But the fact that I went to Joe Flacco because of this narrative that got pushed about a guy coming off his couch for being ass and coming back and not even playing elite. We hyped up this elite performance. He was never playing at an elite level. Not a single time.
What?
Every game he played in, he damn near threw a pick six.
He was leading the NFL in yards from what the week he started to end, and he was leading
Because he never just throwing the ball, Chuck.
I don't care. They're
Same
winning.
thing. Hold on. So why Sam Howell ain't fucking win comeback player of the year then?
Because they lost.
Oh my God, they have a great record. That defense was why they were winning. Give Sam Howell.
I saw Amari Cooper become great again under Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco was literally Sam Howell with an elite defense. That's all he was. That's literally all he was.
Njoku became a top 5 borderline tight end with him.
He was who led the NFL in damn near passing yards? Sam Howell for most of the year. He was Sam fucking
That's Eric
Howell.
Bieniemy.
Sam Howell. He was Sam Howell.
Bieniemy. I'm convinced.
Bro, like Joe Flacco, like this is crazy, bro. I can't believe they really, and the teams they were beating were sorry ass teams.
All right, I hear what you're saying, but
sorry,
I'm not mad. I'm not as mad as you, because at the end of the day, like, I want a guy that's out there playing hella snaps to get this, not 10, 12, 14, whatever he did. I get it, Wayne. And I'm so glad he's back. I'm so glad.
You don't.
But comeback player, you got to be playing a lot.
Not to get religious here. Not to get religious here. But Jesus died and came back. That's the greatest comeback story ever.
Shut the fuck.
And now we just had something on the field where the guy died, came back and played football.
It's impressive, but
stop saying he didn't play snaps. He played on special teams.
39-year-old leading a team to it. Coming up, bro.
He didn't lead shit. The defense
and then Baker deserves it more too.
My point exactly. Joe Flacco was the least deserving player.
No. I'm saying Baker should have won it over tomorrow as well.
That's okay with me. I don't hate that. I hate Joe Flacco winning it for being ass and not beating good teams. He had 13 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. And he barely played this season. What are we talking about right now?
That's actually impressive, though. That's actually impressive.
13 and 8 is impressive. Deal. 13 and 8 is impressive.
Listen. I'm saying, imagine if he cut them down and he had.
There's no imagine if he cut it down.
17 and 4 would be crazy.
First of all,
that would have been crazy. You'd have been nice elite.
He beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. No Trevor Lawrence.
That was a good team, we thought.
No Trevor Lawrence.
He got hurt. Okay.
Chicago Bears, ass.
Okay.
Houston, no C.J. Stroud.
That's not my fault. You got hurt. Good defense, though.
C.J. Stroud wasn't there. Doesn't matter. And Zach, what's his fucking name? The guy you thought would be good.
The
guy whose owner said we need a backup quarterback because we didn't have that.
That team was playing good at that time.
The Jets were not fucking playing good at that fucking time. Don't. You letting me curse, man. Let me stop cursing. That's what he beat. And that's what we're praising.
Yeah.
That's what we're praising.
He won it.
Disgusting, man. Most disgusting thing ever. The second thing that was disgusting on my timeline. I knew Myles Garrett was going to win it, so I didn't care. I just knew he was going to win it. It was pushed. That was the narrative all season. It was Myles Garrett was going to win it. My second thing was Ravens fans being upset that Lamar didn't win unanimous MVP.
It's practically unanimous to me.
This wasn't a unanimous MVP type of season. It wasn't. He didn't deserve to win it unanimously, and I'm happy he didn't. This is literally one of the worst MVP seasons in the last 100 years of football. Like this
watch the games.
This is a Terry Bradshaw ass MVP season. This is what it is. He's the MVP. He rightfully won it. But Ravens fans being upset that he didn't win it unanimously, I thank God for that guy. Because the conversations that would have been had about how he won unanimous MVP twice would have been disgusting. So shout out to that guy who voted and had the balls to say, yeah, I did it. And wrote an article, so y'all go read about it.
But the problem is he voted for Josh Allen, bro. Like
45 touchdowns. He should have voted for Christian McCaffrey. That's what he should have did it for.
Yes, that
So
would have.
here's what I'll say, Wayne. You know what's crazy? I'm agree with you. I don't really care if he got unanimous or not, but it's practically to me because he got 49-1, which is still unheard of. But what little caveat? If we're gonna be like ifs and buts, he was leading last year before he got hurt in MVP talks. So he could be a 3-time MVP right now if he could stay on the field that year. And he's only 27 years old.
Chubbs,
Impressive. That's impressive.
you know what? I don't judge Lamar by MVPs anymore, regular season. I want to see what he does in
You
the
can't now.
playoffs.
And I agree, you can't.
I never
Look,
did. It never did. Once you won, to me, once you
listen
win
to
one
what
MVP,
I'm saying, the Ravens
I'm
fan.
not judging you. I'm
Listen
saying
to
once
what
you
I'm
win one
saying, the
MVP,
Ravens fan.
I'm not judging you. Even Josh Allen, who still hasn't won an MVP, I don't judge Josh Allen or Joe Burrow by what they do in the regular season. When it comes to the playoffs, that's when I judge them.
Look, I agree with you. At this point, he's won 2. I don't care if he wins any more MVPs. It's not impressive me. He has to do stuff in the postseason. I agree with you on that. 100% agree. Because I mean, at this point in time, he's done enough 2 MVPs and he has crazy records already. Probably already solidified his career. But he needs to do more in the postseason to really, really solidify. Is all I'm saying. He wants to be the all-time great and not just a great that made the Hall of Fame. That's all I'm saying. He has to make it to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He has to.
Yeah. But it's kind of crazy when you look at his stats and they are similar to 2014 Tyrell Taylor. That's nuts.
Bro,
that's nuts.
And you know what the debate is too? And I've been seeing it on Twitter, and we can move on after this. The debate about the greatest dual threat's over. It's Lamar Jackson. It's not Michael Vick anymore.
It was never Michael Vick.
Oh, Wayne.
It was. I've always stand on that.
We're
hill.
always citing Michael Vick's side.
Oh, I said Michael Vick was better, but I never said he was the greatest dual threat. Who did I always say was the greatest dual threat?
It's Lamar Jackson.
No, it's not, bro.
It
not
is now. It is.
Not till you get a Super Bowl. Not till you get a Super Bowl. He's not the greatest dual threat quarterback.
He's better than Michael Vick.
Michael Vick was never the dual threat GOAT.
But you had him better. Michael Vick better than Lamar. All I'm
it's
saying
not
is
Cam Newton either, DL.
Yeah. You ain't gonna say Steve Young.
It is Steve. Steve Young is the greatest dual threat quarterback ever.
We're gonna make a clip right now. Wayne, greatest dual threat ever.
It's
Steve Young or Lamar Jackson?
Steve Young. Steve Young is the greatest dual threat quarterback ever because he does it in the playoffs.
All right, say less.
And the regular season.
You don't look stupid.
How I look stupid?
Hands down, Lamar Jackson.
I don't look stupid. People don't know Steve Young's game.
Dangerous.
Go and watch the film. Steve Young is the greatest dual threat.
I know he's great, but Lamar Jackson is greater at that. I think even Steve Young said that.
So
I think being a top 5 dual threat quarterback is subjective because all of them run differently. Like all of them definitely run differently. Because you've seen Cam do stuff that
Lamar is the best quarterback with his legs ever.
But we factoring in dual threat isn't like passing and running. Like Lamar might be best with his feet, maybe, as far as like agility and stuff. But when it comes like that cancels out with his throwing.
His throwing is getting better
compared to other quarterbacks in that category, though. To me, it's Cam because Cam was just like,
bro. None of them are better throwers than fucking Steve Young. So I don't know what you're talking about right now, bro.
Cam was throwing
Steve Young had Jerry Rice. Shut up.
Devin Funches. Devin Funches.
That's cool, man. Steve Young is a GOAT dual threat, bro. I agree with you. Like Cam, and even Vic. Vic was impressive because Vic didn't have QB powers drawn up for him. All right.
Yeah, he was just.
They was getting out the mud, DL. Steve Young was getting that shit out the mud.
And Lamar has never got out the mud.
Stuff that
out
they
the
was doing.
mud, man. They ain't living this read option era.
What? The Bengals spin move was out the mud. That 49ers spin move was out the mud. What are we talking about?
That wasn't out the mud. That was a run play. That was a
rollout, Wade. That was a rollout.
No, it wasn't QB. The Bengals spin. That was a QB run. That was QB power.
No, I'm talking about this year. 49ers. That was rollout.
Oh no, that was tough.
And Dolphins, he stayed in the pocket and then took off up the middle. That's not a design run.
Draw, bro.
No way. No way. No way.
Man. Y'all gonna respect Steve Young. Steve Young is the most disrespected quarterback in NFL history, bro. I swear.
No one's disrespect. He's a Hall of Famer.
He's the greatest dual threat quarterback of all time. And until he win a Super Bowl, he can't say he better than him as a dual threat. Because he got 2 MVPs and he got 3 Super Bowl championships. Oh, all right.
Okay.
Respect Steve Young.
What was that era? Joe Montana era? No, that's
I don't
late
know. Let's go.
That's post Joe Montana.
post.
Kobe statue, man. Kobe statue was after his 81 game, his pose. Vanessa Bryant said Kobe chose that one. How are you guys feeling about the statue?
I like it. I mean, that's one of his most iconic
Supposedly
poses.
there's gonna be 2 more statues, I
Yeah,
believe.
it's one of 3.
That's
Yes.
one of his most iconic things. The one with the finger up, and the one with the pulling over that's iconic. Like, there's a lot of iconic Kobe moments, and I think
Yeah.
that's one of the best captured ones.
I think the one where he got that champion, or
The
the championship
trophy when he
the
when he
ball.
hold the
Oh
trophy
yeah,
in the jacket.
that's tough.
Yeah.
The crowd, that was gonna be one, and probably the one him sitting in the locker room with that trophy. Yeah,
That shit to me, that should have been the statue.
that's
That is
probably
one of
gonna
the
be
most
the other
iconic
2.
Kobe pictures.
Yeah, so
Y'all think
all
Braun
right.
get a trophy? Get a statue?
At where?
In LA. He
You
gonna
gonna
win
get
another
one?
championship.
Nah,
Get one in Cleveland and Miami though.
Bron don't deserve one in L.A.
Braun
Nah, I
only
don't
win
deserve
one
one.
if he get another championship,
Maybe,
You
but
said, oh, I
in
thought
my
you said.
opinion, people I don't know what's
he ain't
out
get
there
one
right
in
now.
Miami. I'll tell you that right now.
Magic needs one before
Why he
him,
ain't
and he
get
don't
one in
have
Miami?
one.
He's not
Jimmy
getting one
Butler
here.
get one before him?
Cause
If
Kareem got one.
Jimmy win a chip,
Kareem's got one,
Let
right?
me
Outside the
know.
gym, outside out the
yeah,
arena.
I'm pretty sure he got a hook shot one.
But and Magic don't.
Yeah, nah, Braun's not getting one.
Magic deserves it way more than LeBron. And I mean, I don't know about Will. I
He's
mean,
not getting one
Shaq got
there.
one. Magic don't got a trophy. I mean, a statue.
Shaq got one. I know Shaq got one.
Jack got one.
I don't know if Magic should have one if he don't.
Wait, why you say LeBron not getting one in Miami, bro?
I can see
Nah,
him getting one
Magic
in
got
Miami.
one. Magic got a statue.
Well, LeBron might. He might.
What you mean why Braun ain't get one in Miami? Because he's only there for 4 years. He don't deserve no statue.
So if he's only there for 4 years and got how many rings with you, and he's only been in LA for how many years? LeBron don't deserve one.
LeBron ain't been in LA for more than he been in Miami.
Really? I swear,
This is
LeBron
fifth
only been there
season
for
in LA. This is fifth season in LA.
He got y'all two, bro. He gonna get one.
D Wade and everybody else got us too.
Oh my.
I don't think LeBron deserves it.
Braun did get us too, but he don't deserve a trophy, man. He could get his number retired, but not a trophy, not a statue.
Yeah, I think they gonna retire LeBron's
You know what they should do, Wayne? You should get a statue. They should get a statue of the 3 of them.
No, Dwayne Wade deserves his own statue, and he's the only.
I'm saying he
he's
can
the
get
only
his own.
Miami Heat player that deserves a
Oh
statue.
my god! I'm saying the one that the group.
No,
because I think
Chris
they won
Bosh ain't
too.
get no fucking statue.
Okay.
You better put some respect on you, Donis Haslem.
He got his jersey retired. That's good enough.
So,
Did he deserve to get his jersey retired?
Debatable.
That's actually funny as hell.
He deserves to. He was 20 years with one team, being an all-time rebound leader, top 3 in blocks, being there, multiple championships. He definitely deserved his statue. This is a longevity statue. All right, that's what we're gonna call that statue.
That's fair. That's
Longevity.
That's fair.
Longevity and loyalty. This is
I don't
based
like
on.
Participation.
No, don't call it practice. I ain't say that. I said legacy and longevity. Don't mince my goddamn words, DL. And he's from Miami too. So if he wasn't from Miami, I don't think he would have got that shit. It's because he's a Miami homegrown kid. You gotta give him a statue, man. Gotta give him a statue.
But I don't got a problem with the.
I don't like the Kobe one. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like it. But I get it. I don't know why Kobe chose that one. I ain't like it though. I would much. I think it should have been the one where the iconic one where he's holding.
She said, "You heard what she said."
Yeah,
Tough shit.
Kobe was wrong for picking that.
Tough shit. It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to NBA All-Star. Sorry, All-Star. I keep saying All-Star. NBA trade deadline. So some moves were made. I'm gonna go through a move, and you guys tell me what you guys think happened. What you guys are thoughts on it. So, Robin Lopez to the Kings. Nothing.
Good bench piece.
Good trade.
Good backup, right?
Utility trade. Yeah.
Let me stop talking about the bullshit. Let me get to the real shit, man.
Yeah, don't say the
Royce
next one.
O'Neal.
I don't even know who Jaden Springer is.
Yeah, I'm skipping all the bullshits. Right. Let's get to the real shit. All right.
Patrick
Patrick
Bev.
Beverly to the Bucks. What are our thoughts on? Does this help to bring the Bucks closer to winning a championship?
Um, that's a good piece for defensive purposes. I would say. I mean,
They
that
needed it. Their defense was
he's
ass.
he's coming off the bench, obviously. So
You starting Malik Beasley or Patrick Beverly?
you're gonna put Patrick. Yeah, you could do Pat Bev and Dame on a court together, and Dame have more of like. Man, Dame's gonna have the ball in his hands though.
Mm-hmm.
You bring Pat Bev off the bench, bro.
Yeah, I think you bring him off the bench.
Pat Bev, I think they traded him to try to get some type of dynamic of what
Six
Drew
man.
Holiday was. Obviously, yeah, because they're not. I mean, they're not going to replace Drew Holiday, but Pat Bev is a defensive player. But you're not. I don't put him in my starting lineup because I don't think he's a good one. But you don't want Dame to have the ball in his hands at all times, like bringing the ball up court at all times. Um, but I think it's a good pickup. Do it help the Bucks win the championship? Get close? No, because they still got Doc Rivers as their Doc Rivers in the play.
He said no because they
You
still
know,
got Doc Rivers as their coach. It's crazy.
yeah, he hasn't been adjusted well to a team that's well put together, and that's kind of scary. But I think they can make a little run in the playoffs, but not enough championship run. So, good pickup, but you know, that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I think it's a good pickup, but like I agree with you, DL. And this ain't nothing really happening here. I don't think this makes them so much better or does anything to put them over like the super crazy top. So I agree with you there. He's still their coach, so I don't expect nothing crazy from them. So all right, next we have Royce O'Neal, David Roddy to the Suns. Sorry, to the Suns. 3 second-round picks and salaries to the Nets, and Yutu Watanabe to the Grizzlies. What are our thoughts on this?
This trade doesn't really like move me. In a way, O'Neal and Wadabe are similar types and they're shooters. So like you're just replacing one shooter with another shooter, in my opinion. Royce O'Neal's coming off the bench just like Wadabe was. I don't know who David Roddy is. I haven't seen him play, so maybe I need to look up some David Roddy film. In my opinion, the team that came out on this was the Nets. You got 3 second round picks. You never know what that could end up being because, in my opinion, you're just replacing shooter with shooter at this point. Maybe I do like the Grizzlies got a shooter though. I mean, I don't know how much of a factor Yuta will be on that team, but Yuta's a good shooter. So I don't know. This trade doesn't really like I don't know move me in any type of way for a certain team.
All right, all right. Uh, Smooth. What are your thoughts on this?
I think this is more of a significant pickup for the Nets, building their team. Right now they're competing, but in the future with these picks, I think they'll be able to get a couple steals in the draft or get a couple solid first rounders in the draft to help get them over the hump. But as far as the other two, I don't think it's too much of a right now impact. So I think Nets pretty much won this trade for a trade deadline for next year.
I kind of agree. I know. Man, I think it's helped. They get Royce O'Neal, a defender that they need. David Rodney's tough, gritty guy. Somebody I think they also needed. So I give them credit for getting those players. But for the most part, I agree with you guys. This really doesn't move me and doesn't really make me think that this means anything. So needed it, get it done. Next trade: P.J. Washington to the Mavericks. Grant Williams and Seth Curry in the first round, heavily protected pick to the Hornets. What are your guys' thoughts?
I love this.
Talk to me,
For,
Chuds. Why you love it?
I love this for the Mavs because in a way, like I mean, in my opinion, PJ Washington is the better offensive player than Grant. I know Grant can play big in a way, small ball, and play some good defense and get some shutdowns. I don't think it's a loss losing Seth Curry because we're going to get into the next one. I think the person that's in the next trade is going to end up on this team because they dropped Seth. So I think he's going to end up being the guard that replaces Seth Curry. And I'm talking about Spencer Dinwiddie. I just think PJ Washington fits with what that team's trying to do. Score the ball. That's all they're out there getting buckets. Kyrie, Luka. I think he instantly is going to be inserted into the starting lineup as the 4. I just think it's big for the Mavs. I think PJ Washington finally gets out of a terrible situations. The Hornets, you watch their games; those guys don't care if win or lose. They're just there having a good time, hanging around with their friends. Now he's in a situation the team's actually competing and going to be a playoff team. So I'm happy for PJ getting out of the situation. Sucks, Grant, Seth, you're going to go to a team that's young that, just there to have a good time and DM Instagram models. So enjoy it.
Instagram models is crazy, Chubbs.
I mean, am I lying?
You're not. Smooth thoughts.
I like this trade too. I feel bad for Grant Williams, honestly, ever since he left the Celtics. I think that was his best opportunity to compete for, a championship. But PJ Washington, but PJ Tucker, right? No, PJ Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, I think he's an upgrade, like you said, Chris. Better offensive player for the Mavericks. So I think this is a win for the Mavs. I don't know what the Hornets are doing right now.
They're hanging around.
Just hanging around. It was funny to see that clip of them laughing and joking on the sideline.
Yeah.
The coach got ejected, down 20 points.
So they are trash. So,
but good Mavericks. I had a question about this.
PJ Washington is. I'll speak while you're thinking. PJ Washington is a great pickup for them. They needed a big man. This helps them. Another trade I will talk about while we're here is they got Daniel Gafford as well, which is a great pickup for them.
That's
also,
big.
They needed some big man help. I also still think they kind of need some wing defender help. But PJ Washington, they got some big man help. He can hit shots. He can quarter threes. They get rid of playing those Powell minutes. They don't have to play Powell anymore.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
If you remember the classic Mavericks teams, their big men are always athletic guys that can block shots. Tyson Chandler, that's what he was there for, and get rebounds. That's exactly what Daniel Gafford is.
That's a great backup for Derek Lively.
He gets blocks and gets rebounds. So even Derek Lively is the perfect big. Yeah, there you go. Athletic guys. They like athletic bigs.
It's crazy because the Wizards couldn't utilize him. And
he's so good. He's so underrated, in my opinion.
Underrated? You guys are just bad, though.
The Wizards suck. I don't even want to talk about them.
You guys fired Wes Unseld, but said he's going to go to the front office because his dad is like the greatest player to ever play for you guys. You guys didn't want to get rid of his son because
it's just like terrible. I hate it here. So I really do. We have like 6 wins, 7 wins, something
and you
crazy
guys lost
like
to the
that.
Pistons.
Yeah, and then Jordan Poole didn't score a single point. So like,
and you guys booed him as that happened.
He deserves it.
But Chubb, you said you had something to talk about. Spencer Dinwiddie going to the Raptors. He's been waived. They're going to waive him.
He got waived, and it came out that he was at the Dallas game talking to Mark Cuban. So I believe that this whole, you talk about that he got traded to the Raptors and got waived, and Dennis Schroeder and Thaddeus are with the Nets. This trade don't really move me at all, except the fact that
what the fuck are the Nets doing?
I don't know.
Cooking
they
something
had
up.
cooking what? They're getting vets that like are gonna. I don't know. What are they? I don't know what they're doing.
Cooking something up.
I know they got Cam Thomas, right?
They got pay him a lot more.
And they got Michael Bridges.
They need to put vets on the team so they can.
And who the hell's us? That team's not.
They're gonna pick up. They're gonna get a draft pickup.
Who?
Right now.
They don't have picks.
Who?
Well, they have picks. They got the Mavericks.
They got second rounds. They got second round.
They got
picks.
Mavericks and the Suns picks.
That's gonna be late picks in the
Buddy
second round.
from
But they don't got their own picks though, because their
Buddy,
own
no,
picks.
Buddy from North Carolina.
I just think that
They don't got
this
their own
trade
picks. Smooth.
doesn't.
The Rockets got their picks
I don't know
Oh,
what they're doing.
because the James Harden trade.
But Dinwiddie's gonna end up on the Mavericks.
I agree, Chell. I think he does end up on there. He definitely ends up on the Mavericks. It's going to be a good move for them. He can definitely come off. They need a secondary ball handler for when Luka and Kyrie are not on the floor. So that's going to be a good pickup for them.
That team's dangerous. Watch out.
They are dangerous. How closer does a trade deadline make the Mavericks to being serious contenders?
They're a top 3 team. Maybe top 4.
You gave them a top 3 team?
Top. I just think that now that they have some pieces, if they get Dinwiddie, they got pieces that can fill in for people off the bench and not really miss too much of a beat. Go get and play against the other team's bench. Have a better bench, in my opinion. Benches are huge in the playoffs. I just think they have. I think they have a good bench now. Even just the small stuff.
That's hold on. Mavs or the Timberwolves?
I like the Mavs. I know you're a Timberwolves guy.
I'm talking about. Just give me teams. All right, and I'm asking series. Mavs or the Clippers?
Ooh, maybe they're not 4. I'll go Clippers with that one.
Mavs or the Nuggets?
Go Nuggets on that one.
Mavs or the Lakers?
Mavs.
Mavs or OKC?
OKC.
Mavs or the Kings?
See, that's a tough one right now. I think I might give that. That's why I think that maybe more 5-6, because Kings are not bad. I think Kings are slightly better than
You
them.
think the Kings would beat the Lakers in a 7-game series?
The Kings, no. I think the Mavs would. Because Luka and Kyrie go stupid on LeBron just because.
All right. Smoke.
Especially Kyrie.
Where does this trade put the Mavs?
I hope in the playoffs. I mean,
gonna
that shit
make the
ain't make the play in.
They didn't make the play in last year because they wanted a tank to get Derek Lively.
You got to play like Luka. You never tank, because the season before they smacked the Suns. So I don't know. That's weird. But I'm trying to. You just name a few teams. I don't think anybody other than those teams you named, that definitely puts them in the playoff spot. I don't really think they're gonna do too much in the playoffs, honestly.
First round exits.
First round exits, especially if they play like the Suns or somebody, depending on what they.
I forgot the name of the Suns.
Yeah,
I think they actually could beat the Suns in a 7-game series. I like Luka over the Suns.
I don't like that.
Why you don't like it? Let's talk about it.
I like KD. I think KD's on a mission.
KD better than Luka?
I think yes, KD will always be better than. I don't care.
Wait. KD better than Luka?
Better than Luka.
What makes KD better? KD not better
now.
than Luka, bro.
Not now.
What makes Luka better than KD, bro? Besides the fact that
offensively, he's better than him.
More dominant.
He's better than him offensively.
He's better than KD. He's better than KD offensively.
Yes, offensively, he's better than KD. It's not even close. Strictly off the playmaking. Like, not even close.
Because he's ball dominant. That's why you say that.
No, because KD's better than other ball dominant players.
I mean, obviously, but
yeah, so that's not a reason. He's better.
Comparing Luka and KD.
So wait, is Luka not a top 5 player in the league right now?
You're not going to tell me that KD isn't a better scorer than Luka on all 3 levels, and you're only going to say that Luka has an edge because of his playmaking, because he is a point guard. He's ball dominant. That's what I'm saying.
He can score just like KD.
He cannot. No, he cannot. That's
he can
not
score
subjective.
just like KD.
That is not a
KD ever scored 73 points?
HD Nation, who's the better offensive player? It's
100% Kate. It's 100% Luka.
100% say Kevin Durant.
DL.
The better overall player is Luka. The better scorer is KD.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
But the better offensive player is Luka.
Dwayne, you're not listening to what I'm saying. We're comparing these 2 players because in the fact that Luka is ball dominant. That's why you're giving him the edge. I can agree with you because he is ball dominant. He's a better offensive player. He facilitates because he has the ball in his hands more than KD does. That's a fact. And for that reason, you can say he's a better overall offensive player, but you're not going to sit up there
How
and tell
much
me
better of a scorer is
without
KD
smiling,
than Luka?
a way better scorer.
How is he a way better
Way better
scorer?
scorer. He has a way better back to the basket game. He's a 7-footer who can shoot off the dribble. What do you like? Get to the basket efficiently.
Who
Luka,
gets to the basket? Who gets to the basket better?
He's faster than Luka.
Who gets to the basket better?
KD.
No, he does not get to
I
the
don't agree
basket
with that
better
one.
than Luka, bro. What are we talking
I mean,
about right now?
that's fine. That's
Luka's
y'all,
better.
I'm not gonna argue with y'all in the sense that y'all
A
gonna
better
make,
touch around the rim.
I don't think that this is
Yeah,
a debate,
Luka
but
got
I
a
just
better
think-
touch around the rim. He's better inside, like we were talking about. He's
Now, if we're
better
talking
on
about
the
shooting,
switch,
I
better
will
pick
give
and
you
roller.
KD.
Only thing
KD's a
KD
better-
does is shoot the mid
KD is a
range
better
shooter.
shooting scorer.
Shooting.
Than
The only
Luka.
thing he does better is shoot. Better than him.
Because he can't. He's 7 foot. He shoot over everything.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why he's better score. He's a better scorer. in
Post game,
basketball.
Luka better.
But Luka is a better basketball.
Back
player
you down,
right now.
spin. Luka
Again.
put DeAndre Ayton in the
Again,
post.
AC Nation, we can clip this one. Let's
So-
ask
So
him who's
the
better-
only
who's the better scorer.
Dio, the only thing you can say, right? Let's be real. Let's be real.
He shoot better
KD's
mid
had-
ranges.
KD's had opportunities to be the guy.
Yes.
Luka was the guy before Kyrie and everybody joined, and he was carrying, getting buckets, 40-point games, leading the team. I haven't seen KD
Right.
do that with a
You
lackluster
haven't seen
roster.
KD
He always
win a-
had to have.
Oh, Chris,
I've always seen him with people, though. Let's be real.
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. You haven't seen KD win a scoring title, win MVP.
I have,
So
but he's also had pieces.
and he had
What
Luka
team?
last year.
What team besides
Luka
his rookie season with the
Luka last
Sonics
year-
did he didn't have a team?
Huh?
Besides before they moved to OKC, when did he not have a team?
But you're making it seem like they didn't have that, like they didn't come up together. You're making
They
it seem
did, but then he
They
went to
were
Golden
together, like, he
State,
was a
then we went to
part
the
of,
Nets,
like,
and then he went to the
they
Suns.
were all a part. Like when he played at OKC, they were all a part of making OKC OKC. Like it
I
wasn't
agree.
like
That KD is the
Exactly.
reason why we have this discussion about KD. But when he went to
he's still
the
playing
Golden
on that
State
level.
Warriors,
Like what you mean? He's still playing on
He's
that
not
level.
still playing on the OKC.
he's not
level,
playing
man.
like the OKC
Right,
or,
but
or,
he's
or
still
the
playing
first
on
year,
he's
second
still
year
playing on a
Golden State.
27 points per game level, bro. That's
And Luka giving you 30.
Luka's
40
giving you
times.
30 being ball dominant, bro. Like that's what you think. He's playing with two other stars, Devin Booker, who also has a green light, who can take away from his shots. Is you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's
Kyrie takes away from Luka's shots.
he didn't take
Fact.
away from him last year because
They barely played together last year, DL. Stop being
And
nasty.
when Luka played without Kyrie, he made the play. He made the play in. So
What you mean? Luka
They're
got
playing good
hurt.
together right
The
now.
reason why Luka they got hurt and they stripped the whole entire team. The team just wasn't good anymore. Don't do
KD
that.
got hurt and the Warriors lost the championship.
They went to the championship though. Luka get hurt and the team went from being the 5th seed to out of the playoffs.
Luka can't get to the championship. Luka can't win a Western Conference final.
And KD can't do it either by
That's if I'm
himself.
right. KD, it don't matter. Luka can't.
Nah,
win
it don't matter now.
Luka
KD
can't
can't
win
do it either. KD
Huh?
can't do it either.
He won MVP of the league.
He did. He definitely did. He did. Shout out to KD for winning that.
I don't even know what we're comparing the two right now. Just move on.
Because
bro.
Luka's better than him right now. There's
not
no-
better than KD.
Yes, bro. Luka is better than KD right now, bro. We're gonna sit here and lie.
All right.
Shit, KD might not be the best person on his team. It's like, no, I'm playing. But, all right, man. So, other trades that happened.
You already talked about Gafford.
Talk about Gafford. Let's get to the big trade. Probably the biggest trade that happened this past deadline. One of the biggest trades. In my opinion, the biggest. Bojan Bogdanovic, Alex Burks to the Knicks, Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, and Malachi Flynn, and 2 second-round picks to the Pistons. First thing I want to say is the Pistons have no reason to be an organization in the NBA. They could have got 2 first-round picks for Bojan last year and did not get it. And now they don't even get in the first round for getting rid of him and Alec Burks. I'd rather have 2 first-round picks than have Quentin Grimes and Evan Fournier. I'd rather have 2 first-round picks than have Quentin Grimes, essentially, is what I'm saying. So, I like Quentin Grimes. He's cool. But no, I'd rather have 2 first-round picks, right? Knicks officially cement themselves as contenders with this trade, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Their
I can
lineup
see
now
it.
can consist of when coming back. You can start Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, OG, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. Off your bench, you now have Alec Burks, Josh Hart, Boyan, and Isaiah Hartenstein. This team is a gritty defensive Nick type of team. They're giving me some Bulls vibes, not Bulls vibes, some Piston vibes. So this is a great trade for them. They did it. I think they actually robbed the Pistons because, like I said, I think the Pistons could have got at least a first round pick. And the crazy thing is, the Knicks still have a boatload of first round picks that they can use to make even something bigger happen. Even though I feel like they got rid of a lot of their talent. But what are your thoughts on this trade, Chubbs?
No, good. It's a good trade for the Knicks. For obviously, you got depth pieces. Like I said, you heard what I said about the Mavs. Depth, your bench is important come playoff time. Like it's hard, especially if you get in them game 7 series. I mean, I know LeBron's old, but like LeBron had constant minutes, so fatigue is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fatigue's a thing. So having a good bench and letting your star players get a couple minutes here and there to get off their feet, get some water, and then get back out there eventually is huge. So, like you said, this helps them actually. I wouldn't put them contenders, but
You
they're
don't have the
now.
contenders. Where would you have them as a team in the East right now?
I still would have like the Bucks ahead of them. I still would
You got the
have
you trust the Bucks this year?
no, but I'm saying like I don't like we talked about the Knicks. I need to see them beat a team, one of the teams that have been there before. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
they're like the Dallas Cowboys. They're like the Ravens right now. Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
Like beat somebody credible.
they beat the Cavs last year.
The Cavs were coming up. Cavs still weren't there yet. They're still coming up. They're still
They
coming
were the
up. I'm
fifth
talking
seed. I ain't gonna like it was a
I'm
huge
talking about
upset,
beat beat
DL.
beat beat the Bucks, beat the 76ers, beat the Celtics,
They
beat
almost
the
took Miami
Heat,
to the
beat
distance.
beat those top 4 teams in the playoffs. And I will be like, okay,
So
maybe they're
you
for
still
real.
have them as the fifth best team.
Fit, yeah. I think that's where they're gonna sit until they beat somebody that is worthwhile in my eyes. In my opinion, I mean, you guys, I like Orlando a little bit to make a run towards the chip.
Hey, yo, just cut it out.
No, but they'll play like a team like Orlando, and I won't be like moved if they played Orlando. You know what I mean? I'll be moved if they played like the teams I just named. So they beat the Pacers. If they
They're
beat the Pacers,
they're better than the Pacers. They're better than all those other teams you just named.
we'll
And
see.
some may say they're better than the Heat. So right now, if they had to play the Bucks in the championship,
Hey, you could be a number one seed. We got to prove it against teams that've been there before.
all right, I like it. I like it. DL, what are your thoughts on the Knicks after this trade?
Oh, I think I missed the trade.
So they got Boyan Bogdanovic. They got
Alec Burks.
Alec Burks.
The Knicks did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said this makes them contenders. Chubb says he don't believe it until they beat somebody. So essentially, Chubb has to see it in the playoffs before he says.
They're outside looking into me right now.
The Bogdanovic, that's I think that's the security blanket trade. Julius Randle being hurt. Alec Burks, I don't think that's a significant pickup. I think that's just more of a role player getting your guards off the floor, get them some rest. Um, I don't know. I'm not really Alec Burks. I'm not really big on him.
See, I
Um,
think you Alex Burks is somebody that can help play make, handle the ball. He's another
He can shoot.
shot
He can shoot
creator.
too.
They
he's
don't
like a
they don't have that outside of Jalen Brunson right now, especially with Julius Randle being hurt. They don't have no one that can shot
they still
create.
got who the hell they got, buddy. Not DiVincenzo. Other dude.
They Quentin Grimes. They traded Quentin Grimes in this trade. Emmanuel Quickly's gone. RJ Barrett's gone. Remember they made those trades.
Right.
Evan Fournier gone, and he wasn't even playing.
I was gonna say, I don't know. He kind of remind me of, I don't know why, bro, of Quinn Cook, Alec Burks for some reason.
Yeah, you're wild because he's
I
like
don't know why,
six
but I don't
six.
think it's. Yeah, they still got DiVincenzo. You're asleep. You're asleep. He's a
DiVincenzo's not no fucking shot creator.
shooter. And Josh Hart. He's a shooter. I ain't say a shot creator. He's a shooter.
And Josh Hart
Josh
is
Hart.
not a shooter.
He's a shooter.
Josh Hart is not a shooter, DL.
He's a shooter, bro.
No, he's not. He
he
doesn't
can
take
hit
shots. They leave
he can
Josh
hit a
Hart
shot.
open.
He can hit a shot.
And so can Mathai. What's his name?
Matisse Thybulle. That's why
Matisse
he got a
Thybulle.
job. That's why he got a job.
They can't hit no fucking shots, man. If the defense is leaving you open, you're not a shooter. We're not doing this.
I don't know, man. You don't need too many scorers on your offense. You got Julius Randle and Jaylen Brown that you run the offense through. Like I said, you just need a couple people hit a shot, play good defense. Alec Burks.
He's a good role player. He ain't the next best thing.
I didn't say it was a bad role player. I said he's a Quinn Cook. Quinn Cook got a ring, don't he? And Bogdanovich, like I said, I just think with Julius Randle being hurt, that's a solid pickup. As long as you don't know how he's gonna be for the rest of the season, and he can shoot as well. So
I only want to talk about one more trade I'm looking at right now.
Talk to me.
Buddy Hield the 76ers for Marcus Morris, Cork Maz, and 3 second-round picks to the Pacers. Is Buddy Hield the piece they're missing?
Not this
Pacers?
year with Embiid being hurt, but next year that's a great pickup. But this year it doesn't mean anything to me because Embiid's not going to be healthy for the playoff run. So
I personally don't like this for the Pacers if you're trying to do something in the playoffs.
well,
Because I'm
Buddy
pretty
Hield
sure-
did not want to be there.
Maybe then that's my, I did not know that.
He
But
did
that's
not
your
want to
two
be
guard.
here. He wanted to be paid. That
But
means
that
frees
means-
up more minutes for Benedict
Benedict.
Mathurin.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you got bench pieces. Cork Maz is a shooter. Marcus Morris is just a grit player, so that's not bad. But I don't know. It doesn't make the Pacers anything crazy. And if Embiid is done, then Buddy Hield doesn't really move the needle this year, like you said. So
they're currently getting smacked by the Hawks.
the
Yeah.
Knicks,
76ers.
76ers. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey doesn't look as good without Joel Embiid. Who would have thought?
Tear into it. A new adventure.
hey, yo,
Yeah.
Dio is always good for one of them a pod,
One of
man.
them a pod. It's crazy.
Marketing tactic.
Marketing tactic. All right, man. Next. Yeah.
I mean, do you want to talk about Gordon? Do you want to talk about Kelly? Do you want to talk about Monte Morris? Like,
Who he just
hey,
picked up?
hey, Wayne, how you feel about Kyle Lowry getting shipped to Hornets?
I mean, that already happened, so we already talked
I know,
about
I know.
The only other trade I really think that's a good trade. I mean, Monte Morris to the Timberwolves gives them a nice little veteran guy that could come off the bench and slow things down for them. I don't understand what the Raptors are doing. I don't know why you get Kelly Olynyk. I love Ochi and
And Xavier Tillman will give the Celtics good minutes too.
He will. That's a good backup big. They need a backup big. Al Horford's old, but one thing, Xavier Tillman's not really a shooter, and
No.
that's what they like, right? That's why they got rid of Robert Williams
He don't
because
get
they wanted
boards,
more
though.
shooting. But he will help get boards, and he's a real tough, gritty guy. So I do like that for them.
Pistons traded everybody.
Yeah, and didn't get no first round picks,
They traded everybody.
and to pick up Shake Milton and Troy Brown. I don't understand why you do that, but hey, it is what it is. All right, man. Let's talk about All-Star Weekend, man. I want you guys to give me who you got winning the dunk contest. If you guys don't know who participating, I will let you know right now. So, you have, I think just went crazy right here. So, in the dunk contest this year, you have Jaime Jaquez. You have Matt McClung, Jaylen Brown, and Toppin, not Obi, but I'm pretty sure this is his brother, Jacob Toppin. What are your thoughts?
Is that the guy that's from the G League? They always bring up to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, they two G leaguers, Matt McClung and Jacob Toppin.
Okay. So
Do we feel like Jaylen Brown's too old to be in this shit, or am I just the only one?
maybe, but he's never been in it.
No, and I feel like his bounce isn't the same as it was
I don't think
before.
he's gonna win it. I'm going Mac McClung again, bro.
He's only 27, but I just don't think his bounce is as good as it was before.
I think Mac McClung's got a little advantage. Just saying.
Why?
He does one crazy dunk just because he's a white boy.
I ain't gonna lie, it's weird to see Jaime Jaquez big ass in this shit.
I don't think he's gonna do anything crazy.
I don't equate Jaime Jaquez and being super bouncy, and I want super bouncy people in this. And the fact that we're never gonna get a Zion type dunk contest is crazy to me. I'd
be worried for Zion to do it at this point.
I get it, but I just don't like that. So, me personally, Smooth, what are your thoughts?
Hey, after this, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. But go.
I guess between Mac McClung and Jaylen Brown, honestly, I like seeing. I want to see the veterans kind of dunk. That's what I've always wanted to see. Been wanting to see that for a while, ever since the Gordon and Levine dunk off. I think that was our last great dunk contest, and back in the day, when all of the good players win, it used to be more interesting. So,
you know how it's substitute though for that Jaime?
No, why Jaime gotta get disrespected?
Or Jalen? Cam fucking Whitmore.
You think he wants to do it?
Yes.
I think if they want to see dunkers, we already talked about it. They need to get straight dunkers.
The Cam Whitmore would do crazy shit.
Dunkers, or if they try to do it for their popularity, then they get stars to do it. The bounciest stars. So
yeah, give me that goes to my question. Give me your top 4 all time that you do, like for dunk contests. If you had to pick 4 guys, I got it. If you want me to go mine, I would go Ja Morant, Russell Westbrook, Zion. I'm not gonna be the typical put bronze because I don't want to do that. I'm gonna put somebody that did some crazy shit. I'll put Aaron Gordon in that, and that'd be a crazy dunk contest.
Yeah.
Instead of Russell, I'll put PG.
I do Aaron Gordon, PG, Zion, and Vince Carter, bro.
And I have to stop the podcast right now because Micah Parsons was on a podcast and said T.J. Watt isn't a top 5 pass rusher. And this is why you don't listen to NFL players when they say shit. This is why when people tell me players know all, that is a reason why. That is the reason why. That for stuff like that.
I don't know where that one came from.
This is early CTE.
Bro, you heard him talk in the NFL awards? I'm like, bro, he's struggling reading this teleprompter. He's struggling.
He would have himself, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Bosa, and Bosa. Those are the only ones I can think that he would have.
Unless he's putting a young buck, Will Anderson, already up in that category. And Michael would do some crazy shit to do that. That's a Micah thing to do. He would definitely put Will Anderson in his top 5 pass rush.
That is crazy to say. Like,
I know it is. It is. This
crazy. Is why when people be like, players know best. No, they don't.
That's crazy. How's a sack leader not?
Sometimes they just have talent. That's all it is. Sometimes these guys just have talent. I've met plenty of stupid football players in my life.
It just sounds like hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one probably was hate.
All right, let's get to the 3-point competition. Malik Beasley, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, Lauri Markkanen, Donovan Mitchell, Karl Anthony Towns, Trae Young.
Sabrina Insco. I'm joking. Because isn't she doing something against Steph?
Yeah, she is.
Shit. I don't know. If you got one, go real
I got
quick.
D Mitch.
Nah, I got Cat. I ain't gonna lie.
Didn't Cat win it already before?
I think he lost. No, he did win it. Or he lost to. What was his name? You just said because Halliburton participated last year.
I'm going for Halliburton.
He lost last year.
I'm going for Halliburton.
I could have swore Cat won, but yeah, I got Cat. Best big man shooter ever.
It's gonna be Halliburton or Dame.
I think they ain't gonna fold. Trey Young, I can see Trey Young winning. He participating in that and the
Cat
steals.
would do some shit like I need to win this. Win that shit. I can see that, Dio. Cat winning. I can definitely see that.
Get the rest of his points from that 60-point game.
I got something to prove.
Got robbed me.
Oh man. And what's the skills event challenge? Is that the
Yeah. So next is skills. Skills event challenge. I can tell you guys. There's teams. There is the teams for the skill events. One second. Here, you got the team Pacers, which is Benedict Mathurin, Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner. Team All Stars, Raptors, Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, Trey Young, and Team Top Picks, which is all the number one picks from the past 3 years. Paolo, Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama.
That
Whew.
team top picks.
I don't know. That's tough. Yeah, I'd probably go top 3 pick first round picks or Pacers. My opinion. Probably going with lean a little. I think Pacers gonna win that shit too. But that's gonna be interesting. Wayne's gonna go with Ant Edwards, so it is.
Yeah, I already know I'm going with the team top picks.
Yeah. Well.
All right, y'all got Sabrina beating Steph.
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do actually.
I do too.
Next year it's gonna be some Caitlin Clark going against Steph.
I don't know why. I just feel like it's easier for females to shoot basketballs. I just feel like it's easier.
It's easier to shoot a women's basketball. That's why.
Right, y'all giving Sabrina the dub?
Yes.
Come on,
I think Steph gonna fold.
I'm telling you, it's easier to shoot a women's basketball. Shit lighter and it just spins faster. So
I don't know. I just feel like some females got to work twice as hard to be good as a male, and that's something that she worked on. And it's very consistent at it. Even though we did see Steph shoot 100 and some free throws in a row, right? Or was that a loop video? I mean, not free throws, 3-pointers. 100 some 3-pointers. So I don't know.
All right, man. Anything you guys want to touch on before we get up out of here?
not particularly.
Super Bowl predictions.
We already did Super Bowl predictions.
We already did it.
Do you guys have any snubs from the NBA All-Star team at all?
No, we did that already.
We did already. We talked about the reserves.
Yeah, we
I
did.
just want to make sure y'all stand on what y'all said about y'all predictions. Chris said he ain't watching Super Bowl, so
It's gonna be on my phone. On Twitter, I'll see clips, I'm sure. But
Chubbs is a football fanatic. He's watching the Super Bowl.
He's watching Super Bowl.
He's watching the Usher concert. That's what he's doing.
I'll turn the halftime show on. I'm gonna be playing.
You know, I'm sitting on business. Big Patty, 3 touchdowns being thrown.
You see what Ocho Cinco said?
He gonna stop eating McDonald's?
No, he said I'm gonna divorce my wife and give up sex for a year if Chiefs lose. He says I got a hand.
The Chiefs are the underdog.
He said some wild shit on with Shannon. So his wife's bad too. So I don't know why he would do that. So
People keep talking about Myles Garrett getting double teamed. And I'm just so confused by this because, if your team lines you up in the 3-tech or lines you up above a tight end, your team doesn't situationally put you in positions to kind of avoid that as a DN. I think that's very weird. But he's really standing on TJ Watt isn't a top 5 pass rusher.
He's weird.
He's very weird because Myles Garrett has as much impact. TJ Watt, TJ Watt has had as much impact on the playoffs as Micah Parsons. Only difference is TJ Watt didn't play. If you didn't know what that means Micah Parsons didn't do shit versus the Packers. Don't remember him on the field. But all right. Till next time. My name is Wayne. Fellas, y'all got anything y'all want to say to people before we get up out of here?
Nah.
All right, y'all.
Tom Brady's still my GOAT, not Patty Mahomes. Let's go. Wrap it
That'll
up.
all change after this weekend.
Lamar Jackson, my GOAT.
That's a go.